Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Reddit Stories. My name is Cameron, and I will be your narrator for this evening. Tonight's story, we're going to r/relationships. And boy, do I got a story for you. And this is a new one. Let me pull it up real quick. Anyway, tonight's story is painfully clear. I am not my fiance's type, and I don't know what to do about it. And this was new of 19 hours ago. This was posted by you/appropriate/angel angle/67. As usual, I like to get notified about the story and stuff like that because you know how I usually go things around here. And you should know the drill by now. Go ahead and take the time to pause the video and collect any snacks, drinks, or anything else. If this could stay still. Sorry, just having problems. Try to keep this. Okay, give me a second. Jesus Christ. Said my shirt is not wrinkled now. I went over this like a few days ago. Sorry, I just like looking sharp without getting wrinkles and things like that. Anyways, editor, please do not share this to other subreddits, videos, etc. I would prefer to just keep the discussion on this forum. My fiance, a 29-year-old male, and I, a 25-year-old female, have been together 5 years now. We are a multiracial couple, him being mixed as well as myself. I have known from the beginning that I was not the typical type of girl he dates. All his exes were the same race and build/look. I am the complete opposite. I won't lie. It did bother me at the time as I was struggling with an eating disorder. Oh, the eating disorder? Oh dear. We're already seeing a downturn here. The eating disorder in those college years. I eventually got help and overcame my illness and had been accurately working on my self-esteem and body. The what was it? Give me a sec. Jesus bloody Christ. I get to do the same crap over and over and over again. Day after day, night after night.
Dysmorphia.
Thank you. Body dysmorphia. I am now proudly 6 years free of my ED. He helped me get through that tough time. Now to the issue. We were sleeping in the other morning. When he decided he wanted some morning action, I was half asleep, while so suggested a lazy cuddling while spooning session. His favorite. Okay, this is starting to get a little bit. How do I say this? I would just say be prepared to hear the words that it might be very sensitive. Okay, I just say that. We started at it, and when he needed to go to the bathroom. Now I am a dysfunctional prick. I know men are votable beings. I know he watches. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just not saying that. I'm not stupid and I don't care. My only expression is that viewing is kept DC and private. The least I know about the details, the better. I'm still not saying it. It's not something I partake in anymore. Myself is as part of my recovery from my ed. I'm just personally mindful of what I consume soon, but I do not expect the same from others. Do not misjudge me. I am not against the viewing of, not saying it once again, because I don't want this video to be canceled or even removed by the YouTube bots. Okay, I I don't think it makes you a bad person. Sex is natural. He can do that. Just keep it separate. Yes, thank you. Hey, I don't want to. I don't want to be that type of person that I want to hear someone's sex life. No thanks. Just not interested. So he came back to the bed more excited than when he left. So I put two and two together. I don't want to know what that is. I don't. I didn't mind. I didn't mind. I am excited too. So we continue on with our session. At the end, once he finishes, I turned around. I turned around to kiss him, and his face was just glued to his phone. I asked him if he has been on it this whole time, and he gets a shock that I was facing him and drops the phone. I picked it up and opened. Said he is on some not safe for work subreddit. He was having sex with me while looking at other. Dude! Yeah, you're going to have to. Well, P, it's best to say that you are going to have to freaking break up with him. Anyways, while looking at other women. At that moment, the level of shame and disgust I felt was overwhelming. It really took me back to those dark days in college in my ed. Those days where I always, uh, where I, oh, sorry, those days when I was always cooperating, comparing myself to others. He's been silent since then. I won't let him touch me, even to hug. I feel so gross, like a toy. Nothing better than a fleshlight. I didn't know he was on his phone while we were doing it. I feel like I feel used, and all the women he was watching while he was in me were all his type. It kind of breaks my heart. I am mostly upset at the looking at. Now I'm still not saying that while we are making love. Yeah. Yeah, this is I feel bad for OP that she's being used while he's freaking glued to his phone looking at other women his type. If you don't like her, then why are you still together with her? But I wouldn't lie that I am also upset that at the realization that I will never measure up or look even remotely similar to these women. He ra- he would rather look at. I am trying to go through all my consummate behavioral therapy stuff, the processes, insured myself, but I can't seem to stem the hurt. Am I overreacting? I don't know how to make the pain stop. OP, no, you're not overreacting. Actually, no. But what? But what? But what your fiance did was real. It was really despicable of him that he would just look at other girls on subreddit while y'all were doing it. That was just not right of him. OP, I suggest, since he's your fiance, I suggest you break up with him and just wait. Aren't they engaged? Even then, it says fiance. Even I don't know if this story says they're either married or not. But I would just suggest that you guys just file a divorce, like seriously, because if he would just do you dirty like that, then I don't think there's no even point. Too long didn't read. Okay. I just almost forgot about that. I'm sorry. Too long, didn't read. Okay. My fiance was caught looking at other women while having sexy time with me. And I am really upset and don't know what to do about it. I am shocked, honestly. Well, OP, like I said, it's best if you would just break up with him and just find somebody else because if he did you dirty like that by looking at other girls while y'all were doing it, there is no point of even staying in this relationship. That is the problem with relationships. I don't understand, like, because this isn't the only man that do this. I'm sure there's a lot of other people that did the same thing, but I don't know why there's some in almost some relationships these types of people are still together, even though they're very toxic. This is why sometimes you don't. This is why almost everyone don't deserves a second chance. Especially if they're going to keep doing the same stuff. Edit number 2. Okay. This blew up more. This blew up more than I expected. Thanks to everyone who took the time to read and commented. I appreciate all the thoughts, advice, prayers, love, and anger fell on my behalf. There is so much more going on right now. I can't write about everything. First up, I had the discussion with him. He was too scared to bring it up and apologize and admitted to being a coward and admit to a I'm still not saying it and I won't say it on this channel. I'm just gonna say that he has a sex addiction too. Yeah, I'm not saying the actual word, but I'm just saying sex addiction. Okay. I'll say that, okay? So YouTube, so I can appease the YouTube gods and YouTube won't flip out, okay?
What are you doing?
I'm reading a story. I'm doing a series, mother. It's called Reddit Stories.
Is that why you in here all dressed up?
I like looking professional while I read these types of stories.
Anyhow, you need to finish that one. And we'll figure out, yes. And we'll figure out, I need to email her about
because I need help because I can't even come up with, like, it says requirement 5 and 7, some kind of like space mission or something, like writing my own story or something.
Just make up something. I don't know.
I don't know how to come up with story in space. I mean, I'm not the type of person who watch Star Wars or Star Trek.
Cameron, you come up with all type of shit. You can figure it out.
All right, fine. So anyway, then I got pretty pissed off, and it all just came out. It went from depression to disgust and anger to disgust again, and now indifference. Anyways, cut a long story short, I called. There you go. Like I said, I called. Yeah, just call off the marriage. If he's not gonna submit, if he's not gonna tell the truth or even admit that he was wrong, then just call off the marriage and just don't marry him. Just don't. Anyways, like I said, I called off the marriage. He is seeking help independently, and I am focusing on my business because it's Christmas and I am busy. Don't we know it? Because Christmas is the busiest time of the year, especially when it's December. And I am busy and I got paying customers to care for. Also, my grandma is over for the holidays, so I will be spending time with my family and focusing on my work. I am taking one step at a time, but I gotta focus on myself right now and enjoy the better things in my life in this December. I can handle the rest after my much needed Christmas holiday. Yeah, it's basically what the best. Almost 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. All I can say before we get to the people's comments in this story is that OP, I'm just glad that you cut connection with him. If he's not going to admit and say that he was wrong, and like I said, it's just not worth saving the marriage. Just file a divorce, don't get married, and that you have better things in life to worry about besides him. I mean, he's a lost cause anyway. If he's looking at other girls while you're like you said, you're not his type anyway. And he was looking at other girls while y'all were doing it, and yeah, he is the biggest low life, and he had the balls to do that. At this point, I don't even think he's gonna get laid at all for the rest of his life. So it's a bloody loser. You can take this and shove it straight up in his candy ass for that. Anywho, girl, you're really burying the lead here. It doesn't matter what his type is. Looking at while having sex with you is exactly. It's so not okay. Like that's freaking disrespectful right there. What the fuck? That's so disrespectful. But the fact that you are upset with yourself and trying to therapy your way into being okay with it means you are overreacting. Dude, this is completely on him. I am shocked. Exactly. I am still shocked you even with this fool. Like, seriously. Thank you for taking the time to comment. I am mainly out here to give practical advice on how to go about this and to entertainingly process all these thoughts and feelings I'm having. There is many reasons I want to think about this rather than just reacting instantly and ending all this right now. Logically speaking, I have things I need to think through. We are engaged. We live together. We are visa involved. We own multiple businesses, and on this economy, our partnership has been financially beneficial. I talked about therapy. I talked about therapy because I was just shocked that it took me back to my eating disorder days. Some thoughts that I could, I had, that I thought I had worked through. I'm not blaming myself for anything. I'm just trying to work through the shock and next steps. And you are totally right. It's really not okay. I had a lot to think through this week. And indeed you do, but like you said, you don't have the time to do all that. You got family, other things going on with your job and everything else. Those are difficult obstacles preventing you from instantly breaking it off. Sure. But there is always a way through. I don't think you will ever get past this and be 100% comfortable with him sexually again. Nothing he could say will make you feel like he is present to you during sex. There must be a way to honestly separate your fiance and use your support system to get you on your feet separately. Exactly. Start working on the legal and financial aspect of separation. The the engagement the engage the engagement and the living situation are the easiest parts to solve. The business arrangements will be the most problematic, so good luck. But in all seriousness, you know that you cannot keep the romantic relationship going. It is ridiculously disrespectful to be watching, not saying it, while you're having sex with a partner without their knowledge. It's especially it's especially wrong when you know your partner doesn't want to know about your use and has an ed triggered by y'all saying it because I'm not. I'm not gonna get canceled. All signs point to him being an asshole who thinks he can get away with it because he got you all tied up with the logics. Exactly. That's just mess. Ooh, okay. I gotta read these two. Okay, just two. Okay, just two more. Okay, and then we could just okay. Cool, because this is because I'm enjoying this. My ex-husband has a addiction. He would look at during sex or in the middle of sex. He lied to me about for like 5 years. I know I wasn't his type. He told he told as much, and knowing he was looking at of women who were his type, while also trying to be with me. It broke my heart. It broke some e. We have some other major issues, but I was never able to recover and heal from that betrayal. I talked to other women about it already as well. They told me not to marry him. I should have listened to them. And you should. I also suffer from eating disorders. His comment and addiction made my issues so much worse. Constantly being reminded I wasn't his type. The pain when he would have a relapse and the fear of the unknown. If the worst thing happened, his worst fear was me getting fat. I I just couldn't handle it. I did got to therapy with my eating disorder and body image. And you know what? It made me realize I deserve better. Everyone deserves better. Nobody deserves that kind of betrayal. Our lives are intertwined, or at least I'm saying it right. He had all the money, and we had a house together. It was scary. It was scary and painful, but I felt and the whole process was messy. But now I am living in a different city, pursuing some of my dreams, and with a partner that makes me feel beautiful every minute of it. Amen to that. Just keep just keep reminding yourself of this, all of those things. The visa, the business, living together, aren't they aren't they worth sacrificing your mental well-being and self-worth? Visa can't be regard. Businesses can't be reestablished, dude. But you need to take care of yourself first. Exactly. Sometimes you gotta put yourself first and just try to put yourself out there. Okay, we'll just read one more here, even though there's a lot of things I want to read, but I don't want to spend 30 minutes on here. Of course, it would take you back to your eating disorder days. It was it's a very disgusting rude and abusive thing that he does. People like that are cruel and selfish and they don't care about other people, another person enough to connect, even during sex. If they can't do it once, then it's deep within them. And just thought he wasn't going to get caught or you wasn't going to care. Idiots like this will get you to think that some highly abnormal behaviors are things that you should put up with. None of those reasons you listed are reasons to stay together. The businesses are not reasons to stay together. The economy is not reasons to stay together. Hmm. Man, I really want to. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of that and just read it on my spare time. But, well, at least, OP, at least that you are not together with that douchebag of that asshole of your fiance did. It was wrong. It was extremely wrong of him to even watch. Yeah, it just like while y'all were doing it. That was just completely wrong of him. And I'm glad that you didn't marry him. That's another thing. That's another thing. So, hats off to you. At least there's some good in OP that did the right thing. Okay. I think this is going to have to cover for tonight's story of r/relationships. Anyways, next Sunday we are going to be covering episode 9 of r/Am I the Asshole, and then episode 10, surprisingly, the season finale. That's on Christmas Day. We're going to be looking at r/Petty Revenge. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed the story much as I did. And that will have to conclude tonight's episode. And I'll see you guys in the next video.